not going to use the microphone. You could probably hear me, right?
Yes, I'm
Okay. Okay. So, I'm Leslie Wong, and my company is Free2Go Mobility Products. And I started it because of this wonderful lady here. How do you
You need to talk a little louder.
do? I? Okay.
You can't
Sorry.
The mic is on the
Okay.
table.
Okay. So it's not. Wait, can you hear me? No?
It's got to be flipped up.
There we go. Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay. So this lovely lady is my mom. Her name is Elaine Jenkins, and I started my company because of her. My background is commercial property management. I was in the industry for just short of a gazillion years and worked in LA, San Francisco, and just had a wonderful career. But my mom has a muscle wasting disease, and she could no longer get around independently without a walker, and which was wonderful. And at home, she needs a commode over her toilet to provide her with the height and the support that she needs to safely use the toilet. This one? Okay.
Yeah, we have one.
Okay. So anyways, she was very young. She was 64 years old when she had this disease, or was affected with this disease, and it was really having an impact on her life. My mom's Italian. She's very outgoing. She loves to eat. She loves to socialize. But what happened was she could no longer safely get off a toilet in a public setting. If she went to someone's home, the toilet was too low. It didn't have the support to help her sit and lift properly. And she got stuck on public toilets, restaurants, public bathrooms, at the mall or what have you, and very frightening. And every time this happened, it was humiliating. She lost the ability to actually get herself together, her strength together to help me lift her up. Very embarrassing. And all I wanted to do was make life easier for her. And we would travel, and we had to bring her commode with us. Not very comfortable when you're going through that hotel lobby and you've got the luggage cart going with a commode seat going through the lobby. It's very embarrassing. And anyways, it was changing her life. I just wanted to make it better for her. I realized that using a diaper is for precautionary reasons. It's not the way we relieve ourselves as an adult and then have to deal with that. So anyways, I could not find something that was portable and discreet. And I was very frustrated because I knew my mom and others like her deserved better. So I made a career change. And it was a long and windy road. It took 10 years to bring my product to market, and did it. So that was kind of exciting. And so anyways, fall prevention is a huge concern in this industry, and we hear about it all the time. We watch TV. Everything is about aging in place products. Fine. But as long as you have the ability to leave your home, like all of you have done, that's what we're doing. We're trying to maintain your independence, your dignity. Do things as long as you possibly can outside the home, because there will come a time when you can't leave. And, that's fine for later on. As long as you can do it, my goal is to make things easier for you. And so we have more than 50 million adults in the U.S. and over the age of 65, and 1 in 3 fall each year, and 80% fall in the bathroom, and this is all preventable, right? So if you need these safety products at home, you're going to need them wherever you go, not just in the home. And I know I'll probably ramble here. So of course we have different reasons, causes of falls. You can read those. You all know it. It's not anything that's new and exciting or anything. It's just like, okay, so again, with the amount of falls, 3 times more likely to have a hip fracture. And with the hip fractures, individuals could die within 6 to 12 months. And this is all preventable. Again, you can just read through this. It's just simple. But these are horrific statistics, and avoidable. So, again, my feeling is we need to keep individuals safe wherever they are, not just at home. So again, you can make home modifications. You lived in your house a long time, and then now things don't really work for you. So you put grab bars in, you just make, modifications. Sometimes people raise their counters or lower their counters or do other things. It could be expensive, it could be cheap. So, and then we have, so here's some changes you can make to your bathrooms, again, to keep them more safe, because this is where most of the accidents are happening. A lot of you probably already have these items. Toilet safety frame, grab bars in the showers, lift the rugs, don't have a lot of rugs around because those are trip hazards, and increased lighting. Again, you can just go through these items, very simple. Some are more expensive than others. And again, with the bathroom being the most dangerous area in the home, it's going to be dangerous wherever you go. So you take those items and you make them portable so that people can be safe wherever. And, oops, did I go backwards? I did. Here we go. So again, my focus is on toilet safety, because I figure that is the one thing that we all do. Never thought for 1 minute that I would be up here talking bathroom talk. I was raised, just don't talk that way. Yeah, and I'm the potty queen, my brother calls me. And never thought I would be proud of that, but I'll take it now. So, but this is the one thing that you can't do without. I mean, we can go without taking a shower. We can go without washing our hair. Okay, I can't because I've had too much product. But we have to be safe. And right now, the only products that are available are raised toilet seats, toilet safety frames, and then, of course, adult briefs. Yes?
One thing, I went into a bathroom, so one of the decks here, that had a wheelchair sign on the front of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there were two things bolted to the wall that came down. There were actually two bars.
Right.
Bolted right in the wall. I mean, we have a seat like that, with little grab things on the side.
Mm-hmm.
But this even looked better.
It looks better, but you know what?
I have torn that thing apart. We have been in there with
I go into every bathroom, I swear. I never thought I'd be doing this. I have measured the height of every toilet, and God knows how many stays on cruise ships and everything. I used to use a tape measure, but then I decided that was a little bit gross. So now I use my calf, and I measure by, because I don't want to use the tape measure touching the floor.
Yeah.
So I use my calf, and I go, okay, it's this many inches or whatever. But what's great with those things that come down,
2 bars, yeah.
the toilet is still very low.
Oh, we have a raise.
But I mean the ones here on the ship. So
Okay.
in the U.S., toilets they range from 14 to 16 inches. Handicap are 17 to 19, but it's very rare to find a 19-inch high toilet. And these are about probably 12 to 13 inches. They're really low. And then they've got those bars that come down, but you're still sitting way down here.
Okay.
And so, and I have pictures, not today, I'm not going to show you, but I do have pictures. If anyone wants to see my phone. But I have sat on them, and they're way down here, and the bars come down. So if you don't have the strength in your legs, it's really hard. It's hard for me, and
If you're doing upper body barbell exercises, you can use that thing. But the rest of us ain't gonna happen.
it's really hard. And then you put heels on or something.
So you think the raised seat with those two are fine? For she's got knee problems.
The one for at home.
Yeah, for at home.
Oh, what's she do when she goes out?
Well,
Do you have to go? You go in with her, right? A lot of times.
No. Well, it's nicely some of the other ladies have offered.
Oh, that's good, because
I
a
can't
lot of
believe it.
people, a lot of my customers have said, is this on?
Yes, you gotta talk really close.
Okay, no, I don't like that. But a lot of people have told me, the husband has to go in with the wife, the son has to go in with the mom, the daughter, and I said, what if she falls? You go down too. And personally, no one really wants someone else in the stall with them.
Yeah.
Right? And I mean, there's privacy and all that. So I designed this. This I did not design because we've seen them everywhere. But I knew my mom needed to be safe. And she needed to have the support next to her body. She didn't need a handicapped toilet because those are designed, oh, there we go. Those are designed for someone transferring from a wheelchair. So what I did is, this actually is the Rollator frame that you see everywhere. You go in, roll it over a toilet of any height, set the brakes, lift up the padded seat, and you have, here, excuse me, this is a 3-in-1 product. So, you've got your raised toilet seat, because it's higher. Do I need to use this? So you've got your raised toilet seat, because this sits at a much higher level. You've got your toilet safety frame, and then of course your walker. And then you have a pouch here for sanitary wipes to keep the unit clean, because we know what it's being used for. And so you can easily sit and lift, which is a natural,
It's
you know,
good
position.
height.
Right.
Because it rolls over toilets.
Exactly, of any height. And then of course it's 3-in-1, and so it's perfect for travel. So you just fold it like any other rollator, and go like this. And so you always have your 3 pieces with you, wherever you are. So the other's attached to your home toilet. This is ideal for travel and use outside the home.
That's not gonna work on ours though, is it?
No, because I designed it.
No, I mean, no,
you know why?
that's not gonna fit
Okay.
on ours. We got a bar in the bar.
No,
So,
because, can I borrow yours?
yes, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so this is where my patent comes in.
Okay.
My
Patent,
patents, because I had to
patent.
redesign what was on the market, because there was nothing that was portable and discreet. People take their stuff like you have at home, put it in garbage bags, and then take it out.
Yeah.
Well, you don't want to take something off your home toilet, attach it to a public toilet, and if you have mobility issues, how do you do that without falling and such, right? So, and then you're bringing all the germs home with you. So yours wouldn't work
No.
because you have a pouch. When
And we
need
have
it-
a bar there. It's not gonna roll
Exactly.
over a toilet.
Exactly. So this wouldn't roll over,
No.
but this will.
Okay, so you gotta.
So what I did is, so I knew that this was going to be a problem. This is the support bar that's going to get in the way.
Mhm.
And also, this pouch is going to get in the way.
Right. You wouldn't.
And then also, this bar right here, the folding bar, is going to get in the way.
Okay.
So it all had to be redesigned to,
Accommodate that.
so it's actually like an omega shaped bar. So all the support now, instead of being down here in front, is up under the seat.
I see, okay.
And so the support is all here.
Mhm.
And then the bar that's the folding one, instead of being in the middle, is now latching back here. So it allows for a clean opening. So there's no,
That's
so,
great.
and it just goes like that. But so it has all the same features, it's just sturdier. And again, the clean opening.
Great.
Does it come in turquoise?
It will. You pay me enough, and I'll get a container for you.
I'll paint it pink if you want it pink. Just let us know. We're very flexible.
People that have these.
We don't have a
typically
balcony
have
here
a
though, so
fleet.
you'll have to
You know,
wait
you
till I
have
get
your
home. and
indoor
can spray
one,
it.
you have yours with a pouch, maybe you have a hard seat one that you use at home, so if she's pushing
You
a
just
cup
sit
of
home
coffee.
and use that on
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah, exactly.
Out of the home.
So, and I would say, like with my mom, she had, you know, a navy blue one. Oh, sorry, yes?
That's okay, you can tell me.
Oh, my mom had like a hard seat that and it was smaller, so she used it in the home because she could take her coffee or whatever and carry it to the table, and it wasn't the soft seat. Then she had the soft seat one for when she was outside the home, you know, where she had, and then these have 8-inch wheels, so they're really sturdy. I love to get calls from customers saying they wore out their wheels, can they get more? You know, that's a really good
Those are
one.
replaceable? They're replaceable, the wheels?
Yeah, they are. Actually, you have to, it depends. If it's the front one, it's just the wheel. If it's the back one, it's this whole mechanism. So,
Cool.
But I actually do, I have had several customers wear them out. That's a beautiful thing.
How much are they, Leslie?
Yeah,
I sell them for $275 with this little seat
That's
cover.
all?
$275, but they're,
I'll take
the minimum price, like if you went to one of my distributors online, $250 is the lowest that they can do online. And then home medical equipment's gonna be higher because obviously they have other expenses.
We're ready.
So- and then I've got these.
Yeah, no.
We want one, we want one. We'll buy that one. Take it
You
home.
want to take it home? Okay.
We would love for you to take it. In fact, if you want to take it to your cabin and live with it in your cabin now, I'll deliver it.
You know what I mean, if you have any time, go to my website and then just read some of the testimonials. They're really cool. A lot of people say, I don't know, it's kind of gross. I said, but you know what? For people that don't have options, their options are staying home, not good enough, risking a fall, certainly not good enough, because if any of you go down, it affects not only your life, but it affects your family. It could affect where you live. It could affect your financial future, you know what I mean? And not just yours, but your family members. And then the third, to me being the worst, why, you know, there's a reason it goes back to adult briefs and all that. You know, precautionary, how humiliating, that's the only option. And we've got to do better than that.
How much does it weigh?
This is 25 pounds.
25?
Yeah.
So Leslie, where do I put my purse?
Where do you put your purse? You can get bags, you know, here, but you have to be careful because it does go over.
Okay.
And then sometimes they have side bags too. So,
Or just hang it over the handle.
and yeah.
Do you realize how much stuff we hauled from the dining room just now on that thing? 2
Yeah.
computers, the speaker.
300 pound weight
Car
capacity.
and then go
So it's
shopping
very
for
sturdy.
lunch with the girlfriends or with
Wow.
the-
Yeah. So it's
So
very
if I
sturdy.
buy this, I can put my suitcase on it.
Oh, absolutely. I do all the
50-pound
time.
We had more than that coming from the dining room just now, you
Like it
guys.
just schleps around. But it's exciting. I work with Stanford, Rehabilitation, Vanderbilt, the VA, muscular dystrophy. So it's very exciting. There's a lot of, we need to get more
Potential
people.
is tremendous for this. This is great. I can
Yeah,
think
you
of
gotta
half a
get the
dozen
word
people
out
that I
to
know
all
that
these
would use
places.
this.
Thank you.
Yeah, I wanna buy that one.
I'm hearing
Take it
really
over.
good feedback that this is a great product. You already know I love this product. How can we help you? How can we get this?
Word out.
You know what's interesting is, like I said, it took 10 years to bring it to market. That's a long time, but it's, you know, stopping and starting and financial and so on and so forth. But I worked with a company, Roscoe Medical, which is now a brand under Compass Health Brands. They manufacture this frame, the Rollator frame. And so I buy, you know, I worked with them to use their frame but modify it to work with my patent. I own everything. I don't have a partner or anything like that. So when we manufactured it, I brought them on as an exclusive distributor because they had such a vast network. I mean, they work with 7,000 home medical equipment retailers in the U.S. and then, of course, in other countries. So I was thinking this is perfect. It's a slam dunk. These home medical equipment stores are going to pick it up, and it's a 3-in-1. They're selling raised toilet seats, toilet safety frames, briefs already. So when their customer comes in, it's so easy for them to say, this stuff is great for your home. I love it. You know, I want to keep you safe at home, but do you mind if I ask what you're doing when you leave home? Are they leaving home? Are you leaving home? What are you doing when you travel? That stuff is not going with you, right? So I'd love to sell you this for your home, but this is a really cool product. And they just weren't doing that. They weren't taking the time. They were lazy. And so I realized I needed to kind of separate from Roscoe Medical because they weren't pushing it, and realized I needed to educate the consumer. And so that was a matter of getting the word out through Facebook and Instagram and however I could do it, just talking with people and you know, working with the medical community. And it's just weird, like the people that have bought it, they don't all buy it from me because I sell through different sources, catalogs and such, and they take the time to call me personally and tell me what it's done for their life or their wife, or I don't call people like that. I don't call manufacturers, but the fact that they do, they tracked me down, it's like, this is pretty cool. Spread the word, you know, because they say they've been looking for it for so long, and they thought about doing it, but they didn't even know where to start. And it's,
Can
sorry.
you afford an infomercial? I know
No.
they're.
Can't afford TV?
Can we pass around the tray?
Yeah.
Before leaving,
Yeah.
can you just, you know?
What about Shark Tank?
Yeah. Oh, okay, just give it.
It'd be
somebody else.
great for Shark
I
Tank.
was just looking at an email a second ago, and I'm doing this Travelability Expo. I think Kathy's going to be there, well, in San Francisco in November, which will be really fun because I really want to get to the travel industry, right? I mean, we all see rollators all over the cruise ships and so on, and hotels and everything. And I really want to make it easy for people to continue to travel. And,
We'll be
you know,
next week.
so anyways, she just sent this note, Tricia, saying that they're having a Shark Tank type presentation
are.
at this event.
Yeah.
So anyways, but I have applied to Shark Tank. My mom is furious that they haven't responded. every person's mom is furious. You know? But it was funny. I used to live and breathe for Shark Tank, and okay, this is kind of embarrassing.
Well,
Okay, I really like accessories. I've always liked all about jewelry and stuff. I bought a dress several years ago. I thought it was like really cute. It was gonna look great on TV. Bought the necklace. I was gonna rock it when I got on Shark Tank. Didn't have my product, by the way. But I was
You look good.
so good when I finally had the prototype. And so sure enough, and I hadn't applied yet. So, but I was gonna look good when that happened. So time went by, and I didn't have the money. I didn't have the prototype. Had to start wearing the dress and the jewelry and all. So now I need a new outfit. But you know, I watched it recently after having not watched it for a little while, and it's so, some of the items on there, I mean, maybe I'm a little biased, but it's, you know, it was a travel makeup bag. You know, and I think that's not changing anyone's lives. That's not really improving. Like, I mean, I think it's a nice new makeup bag for traveling is great, but does that really impact someone's life? Does it really provide them with the dignity?
There must be, I don't know about this convention you're going to, but there must be a lot of expos like that where you can sell from the floor.
Mm-hmm.
We have you been to the Strawberry Festival?
Mm-hmm.
Those vendors sell shit.
I know.
Well,
we've been to a couple of accessibility
in our
expos all over the country.
Central Florida, and for that price.
Yeah. And you know what's interesting is if you go to the whole medical, like, wow.
But anyway,
You know what's
that's
interesting?
an option for you.
Yeah, that's very good.
We are.
You know what's interesting too is that I think part of the reason why I wasn't being picked up by the retail stores as quickly, or hardly at all, I mean, it is being sold, but not to the extent that I would like in the retail stores. But they're comparing the cost of this because the wholesale price is higher than if they were buying this.
Yeah.
But,
Not too much higher.
but I tell them, you can't compare. First of all, this is the only one.
Yeah.
And it has something
I get
that the
it.
others don't, and you can't just compare it to a roll-it. I was telling them,
I'm
don't.
gonna offer for you.
Okay. So I was like, you can't just look at it as a rollator. I always say you have to cross-market it. You have to put it with the rollators, and it can be the higher-end Cadillac version because it's got your hygienic toilet seat, But put it next to the bathroom safety products because that's exactly why I developed it. Because my mom needed a safe way to use a toilet. And so the people that are looking for what I was doing, Googling, portable toilet safety, whatever, they're first going to look in the bathroom safety section of the store or Googling or what have you. So you kind of have to put it in both areas. And so a lot of the retailers go, oh, it's so expensive. But it's not, because the person that needs it will pay anything for that. To them it's priceless. And I just had, I have a little thing going on Facebook right now, and this woman said, you don't understand, someone made a comment, not terribly negative, it was just not necessarily understanding, but she said you don't know what it means to be stuck in your home. When you can't do the most basic thing that we do.
And to be stuck on a low toilet seat in a
Oh,
restaurant.
yeah.
That
How do you get around?
This is something
Or at the
interesting.
mall, that's always the
Or in
same.
the doctor's
Right.
office.
And I-
Oh yeah, doctor's office. Well, it's ADA accessible.
Yeah.
You know what? This is so funny that you said. I was just about to say the doctor's office because my mom couldn't even go in and take urine samples.
Yes.
And so,
We
and
did
I'm
that.
her
We had
caregiver,
that.
these days and everything. But I would have to say, okay, she can't go to the bathroom. I will come back tomorrow or whatever. And then a woman that bought my rollator from another source called me and said, I can finally go to the doctor now and actually give them a urine sample because I haven't been able to do anything like that for years.
We bought ours, Price Right Drug, medical equipment was in town. I don't know if that's a national company or not. It is, I suppose. I'll be glad to take one of these to them and show it to them. If there's any interest. And it's, to me, it's worth the extra money. This is $160.
Right.
That's
And
too
again,
simple.
and then a lot of times, like we were talking about, people have several. They have, some they use in their home.
One
Some they use
downstairs, one upstairs.
Yeah, exactly. I have a woman that is interested. I have a couple weeks ago, I got a call from a lady, and I recently, a few years ago, moved from the Bay Area, San Francisco Bay Area to Sacramento, where I grew up, and I'm now caring for my mom up there. And but my business address is still Santa Clara. And a woman called me and said that she had been traveling with her mom, and they had a Free2Go rollator, and Southwest put it under, with the luggage and all that kind of stuff, I guess. And when they brought it up, the wheel was missing. And she said her mom was bawling in the airport because she didn't know what she was gonna do without this. And when her number came up on my phone, I saw that she lived like in a little town, you know, kind of adjacent to where I live. And so she said Southwest would be replacing it, and you know, just to let me know that that's who was, you know, was for her. So Southwest ordered it, but they ordered it directly from the warehouse, and it was sent in a box to her. And then she called them and said, well, I don't want to put it together. Do they have a fully assembled one? I said, well, I think she lives right by me. You know, ask her if I can just come over with an assembled one and then pick up the boxed one, right? So I go in, and of course that worked out, and I go in, and the mom stands up and comes to the door, and she hugs me. She goes, thank you for giving me my joy back. And so we, you know, sat down and talked. The daughter is now working with me because she is retired from the VA, and she was a speech pathologist for 26 years and worked with all the OTs and rehab departments at various hospitals and all. And she believes in it that much to come on board and work with me, and I thought that was really cool. So, and I think that's a pretty good testimonial that she knows what it did to her own mom, and then. So, but thank you so much. And,
Thank you. All joking aside, he lives with us. Now, if he goes home with Lloyd, that's awesome, but he lives with us, and anybody that wants to just try it out. And,
yeah, if anyone
and just, you know,
just want to try it out.
I mean, he lives with us.
And we've tried it out in all the culinary
that
bathrooms
bathroom you're talking about.
We've done even like the little stalls, like in the regular bathrooms. We've tried
We've
it
got
out.
pictures in all of them.
Yep.
You
Yep.
want to try it out?
And
Try one out.
The brakes are good, aren't they?
The brakes are good.
It doesn't.
Oh, Dennis, I'm
Two
sorry.
questions. Does the hat fit in the seat
The hat.
for doing the urine sample?
oh yes,
Oh,
yes, it does. Yes.
Oh, the little.
Yes,
yeah, the
absolutely,
little-
yes.
And then
the little-
secondly,
Yes.
what's the height of your seat?
Mine is 23 inches.
Ooh.
Yes. Oh, so you mean like a little bucket? Are you talking about the bucket?
Yeah, the
Like
plastic.
a commode?
Put it
Yeah,
in
it
the
drops down.
Yes, yeah.
That you would use for your sample.
Yeah.
It drops down in
Yeah.
there. Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah, absolutely.
standard.
Yes, yes.
Standard
And
toilet
it
seat.
actually can hold, like, people have asked me before too, you know, why don't you have a bucket? And I say, well, there's two reasons. You can buy the commode with the bucket attached, or, you know, the bucket, right? Which is good for home use. I'm trying to get people out. And I don't want them, and I don't want them walking around with a bucket, because they will. You have to think about everything.
That's
You have to think about cleanliness. You have to think, and at some point you have to realize people need to be responsible for themselves, and they have to know what it's being used for and keep it clean and all that. But I was afraid that if there was a bucket attached, the biggest being that people just they
You
can
can
walk
see them
around.
walking through a restaurant.
Well, yeah, that's what would happen.
Yeah,
For sure.
Brakes up?
Because it would be
It's probably
easier.
because of the carpet.
But it fits right
Oh,
over
just
the
the
toilet.
carpet.
Oh, right, it just goes right over.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
right in the.
And then there's a little pouch in the back of it to put
We'll
disposable
never
wipes.
try it out.
Yeah, wipe yourself off in it. Okay, guys, we're gonna be in Juneau in an hour or so.